Welcome back to another Kray video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any videos. And for people really into the Krays, join our private Facebook group, Krays Crime Lords of London, where you can find stuff possibly unavailable anywhere else. We're an established group and very friendly. The link is in the YouTube description section.
Right from early on, when we were just nippers, we had a gang in our street. We used to have brick battles with kids from other streets. Maybe it was because we came from a family of fighters. Maybe because we were brought up in an area of fighting men. Where did it go wrong, do you think, for the Kray twins?
Well, they wasn't very brainy in many ways, and they did get lured by some funny people, get led into different situations that they couldn't handle. It was too much for them.
What did for Ronnie, of course, in the end, was the shooting of George Cornell.
Yes.
What sort of bloke was Cornell?
Well, that's the tragedy. He grew up with them, George Cornell, but he fell in love with a girl from South London, from Leamington Castle. Very nice girl, top shoplifter. Fell in love with her, married her and moved over to her. And Reggie and Ronnie couldn't handle that. They thought he had deserted them.
Tension between George Cornell and the Krays grew. On the 9th of March 1966, Ron shot and killed him in the Blind Beggar pub. Ron told me in that moment he'd never felt so alive. And George Cornell?
Well, I just don't know what come over me. That's why I say with on those drugs, when he got these manic urges, he would go out and do something really dangerous. He was a dangerous person, and nobody knew what he was going to do. He just went and did it. I mean, he just walked in there in front of witnesses and loads of people and shot the man in the head, you know. And it was a miracle shot because he was blind as a bat. He couldn't see into drive or anything. It was just a fluke, really.
The following year, Reggie killed too. He stabbed associate Jack McVitie in the head, chest and stomach. Reg always said to me that Jack the Hat got what he deserved at that fateful party on Evering Road, calling him no better than a sewer rat. Freddie Foreman was found guilty of being an accessory to the murder.
Ronnie Kray smashed him in the face with a glass and told him to go. To use the F word, and he went out of the room and he turned around and came back in again. And he could have walked out of the house. He could have gone out. And they sat there and they were screaming at each other and arguing. And it went on for quite a considerable time. And there was witnesses there, two young guys who were croupiers who had made statements to this effect, and a lot of other witnesses made statements. But they were never produced at the trial, those statements, which they should have been. And that would prove that it wasn't premeditated to kill him that night. It was got out of hand, and that's when the knife was produced by one of the firm, pulled it out of the kitchen and gave it to one of the twins, which was a stupid thing to do. And that's how he got killed. But it wasn't intentional that night. Charlie was the one who always came to me and said, "Can you help the twins out? They're in trouble. They've done something stupid. They've done something silly." When Jack the Hat, I was in my bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep and all this thing was going on. And they wanted me to help them out. Clear up the scene afterwards.
Reggie always told me that only he and Ronnie knew the truth about how Jack the Hat's body was disposed of. Member of the firm, Billy, has his own theory.
What happens to the body? Burnt. A pole. They had a pole. Yeah. He had a breakage yard and he used to smoke a lot of belly. So he used to dump them in a big deep freeze. And so I had a big chest freezer. You freeze them up there for about a week. Then them saws they cut the meat. He had a whole one of them saws. He used to saw them up, put them in the smelt. They were gone in and out. That's where the bodies went.
I mean, why did Reg kill McVitie, do you think?
Well, by then, Jack the Hat had got out of hand. he was brash and saying nasty things about them and everything like that. So therefore he had to go. There's no doubt about it, yeah. A shame, because at one time he had been a nice guy.
It was the Jack McVitie and George Cornell murders that gave Scotland Yard enough evidence to arrest the twins. At 6 a.m. on the 9th of May 1968, the police smashed their way into Ron's flat and arrested them both. The brothers gave up without a struggle. London woke up on that sunny May morning in 1968 and two sleepy gangsters were driven at record speed to Scotland Yard. We knew only one thing. The party was over, but it had been great while it lasted.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please join our Facebook group. It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you there soon.
Leave a like and subscribe.